Radio Prague International, the external service of Czech Radio. News.
Fans of Karel Gott are queuing in Prague to pay their last respects to the iconic pop singer who died at the age of 80 this month. The highest constitutional officials on Thursday rejected a proposal by President Miloš Zeman to revoke recognition of Kosovo as an independent state. And Czech police are on high alert ahead of Friday's Euro 2020 qualifier between England and the Czech Republic. Fans of Karel Gott are queuing in Prague to pay their last respects to the iconic pop singer who died at the age of 80 this month. His public memorial is being held at Joffin Palace from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Hundreds of thousands are expected to attend. Already on Thursday afternoon, the first fans began gathering in front of the venue by the Vltava River despite a ban in Prague against sleeping in public places. An estimated 7,000 people paid their respects to the late singer by Friday noon. The organizers say they can handle up to 50,000 visitors, but there have been reports that up to 300,000 are planning to attend. Prime Minister Andrej Babiš on Wednesday urged Gott fans to consider honoring the singer in other ways than by attending the public memorial the day before his private funeral. Prague on Friday will also be hosting a football game between the Czech Republic and England, which is expected to draw thousands, as will the ongoing annual Signal Festival of Light. The highest constitutional officials on Thursday rejected a proposal by President Miloš Zeman to revoke recognition of Kosovo as an independent state. He had promised during a visit to Serbia in early September to raise the issue at the officials' next meeting. Kosovo unilaterally declared independence from Serbia in 2008 and has been recognized by 100 members of the United Nations. Among those refusing to are Russia and China, with which Zeman has courted favor and tried to deepen ties, often against the Czech government's wishes. Serbia and Kosovo signed an EU-brokered deal to mend ties in 2013, but those efforts stalled when Belgrade blocked Pristina last year from joining Interpol, triggering a tit-for-tat 100% tax on Serb imports. Since then, Belgrade has stepped up efforts to get countries to withdraw their recognition of Kosovo.
Hi there, this is Radio Prague International with me, Ian Willoughby. Today, senior Czech officials reject the president's call for the country to revoke its recognition of Kosovo. People travel around the country to pay their final respects to singer Karel Gott and later Bertha von Suttner, a Prague-born peace campaigner whose ideas on cooperation and disarmament continue to have a lasting effect. All that's coming up in today's program.
The year was 1899, and more than 100 diplomats and foreign dignitaries gathered in the Dutch city of The Hague. Their mission was to discuss a future framework pertaining to war and war crimes in international law, following a proposal for such a conference by Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. Legend has it that he was moved to propose the international gathering after he read the book of a Bohemian aristocrat, Bertha von Suttner. While this seems unlikely, it is true that Bertha von Suttner's novel, Lay Down Your Arms, had been met with great acclaim since it was published in 1889.
This issue, nuclear disarmament, is a very political issue. It's got to do with perceptions of security, whether we're safe, and how we can achieve peace. In order to build that, we need to have the involvement of civil society, of parliamentarians and governments. And I'm working primarily with the parliamentarians. They're supposed to be the voice of civil society, and they can take forward policy to help us move to a safer world where we can be secure without relying on the threat of nuclear weapons.
Mr. Ware agreed to visit Czech Radio to offer details on how disarmament efforts are progressing in today's world. I began by asking him what sort of means MPs actually possess that can be used to stop the spread of such weapons.
So in the nuclear armed states, for example, there are possibilities for the parliamentarians to say no to weapon systems that the administration may be pushing for. And so I'll say the United States as an example. The Trump administration is pushing for a new nuclear-tipped cruise missile, which would have been prohibited under the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty, which the US put together to support a diplomatic and peace process. And with the Russia-US, we're working on making sure that they don't develop new nuclear weapon systems and that they adopt no first use policies that they won't start a nuclear war, to make sure that we know that they're not going to get rid of their nuclear weapons tomorrow. But if we can step back from the brink where we are at the moment, and we'll be a little safer, and then negotiate the elimination of nuclear weapons over time.
And that report was by Tom McEncrow. I'm afraid that's all we have time for in today's program. Please send any comments you may have to english@radio.cz. And you'll also find us, of course, on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But for now, from me, Ian Willoughby, and everybody here at Radio Prague International, thanks for listening, folks, and speak to you soon.